If you want to leave your 9 to 5 as fast as possible, then watch this video. Hey guys, my name's Akari, I'm an online entrepreneur, and in this video, I will literally give you the blueprint to leaving your 9 to 5 as fast as possible. And the reason why I'm qualified to even talk about this is because I've done it multiple times, with the last one being, I think 2 years ago, is when I left my 9 to 5 in this city, which is Brisbane. So yeah, I'm actually currently in Brisbane. I just missed this city, not because I worked here, but just I kind of liked it in general. So I'm just visiting. After this, gonna go Thailand, Dubai. But yeah, just stopping here. And yeah, just while I was here, I just thought like, wow, I can't believe the last time I was here, I was actually doing a 9 to 5, and it kind of just gave me some ideas, and just I wanted to share it with you about how I left my 9 to 5, and I think it'll be super helpful. So watch till the end. So the first step is actually not getting in a mindset of saving up before you leave your job. I believe a lot of people, when they're working their job, they think like, okay, let me save 6 to 12 months of expenses, and then I'll leave my job. But the problem with this is that it will take longer than you think, especially if you're only earning a salary from a job. But also, you're wasting valuable time, because you could actually start a business now and then start making income and then leave your job, instead of saving up income slower and then starting a business. So that's my first piece of advice: is uninstall in your mind that you need to save up money to leave your job. You can start a business right now while you're working a job on the side, okay? That's what I did. I did my 9 to 5, and then I went to the gym afterwards. Those 3 hours at night was just for my online business. And I did it at the same time as working my job, okay? So you don't need to wait, you don't need to save up income. You're working your 9 to 5, now work your 5 to 9, which is 5 p.m. to 9 a.m. Those hours are yours, no matter if you're working, right? So use them wisely, is my advice. Now, okay, let's say you've planned out your days. You're like, okay, look, I'm going to start my online business today because I can. What online business do you do? So I'd recommend selling a high ticket product or service. What is high ticket? It's basically a product or service that you sell digitally, and this is usually $3,000 or above. Okay, depending on the offer, depending on the audience, on a lot of things, but it's just a premium price product or service. Now, if you don't know what you want to sell, then that's the first step. Okay, you need to figure out what you're good at, what your skills set is, and what you believe you could teach to someone. And 99% of people are good at something, and they could package this up into an offer to sell to an audience. If you don't know what it is, you really need to look back and see what people have said about you, what you think you're good at, what you've accomplished. And if you can't find anything, then you need to really learn a skill then and become good at something, and spend those 3 hours after work learning a skill, so that in 3 months' time, you will actually be able to teach that, okay? Because it doesn't take too long to actually become an expert. Um, I'm pretty sure it's 100-hour rule. Like if you put 100 hours into something, you become like 90% better than everyone else. Or it might be the thousand hour rule. Don't quote me on that, but look it up anyway. So yeah, get a skill. If you don't have one, then learn one. Okay. Once you have your skill and you know what you want to teach, now the next step is to create an offer. Okay. Now you need to package this up, make it very desirable to your prospect. Okay. When they see this, they need to really want to do it. For example, let's see. Let's use quitting alcohol. Okay, alcohol is actually a big problem for a lot of people. Now, if you're someone who has successfully quit alcohol and you're giving them a 12-step program on how to do this, but not only that, they get your WhatsApp, they get a weekly coaching call with you, and then maybe a game plan, a checklist, all these different things, they're gonna feel like, okay, I'm learning from a guy who has actually done it. He's giving me the roadmap. He's gonna be there to support me. I'm gonna do it, okay? So that's what I mean by offer and packaging it up. You got to make it like really easy for the prospect, okay? But the reason why I've chosen a high ticket business model and recommending it to you is because there's zero startup costs. Literally, you once you have the skill and the knowledge, then you can just sell it and get cash in the bank, which is what you need right now. And with drop shipping, with all these other business models, I keep hating on them on every video. I don't mean to, but I'm just sharing for you and making a point that those ones you will need capital to actually begin. And like, they're just, at the beginning, it's just not what the best way to go about it. You want to be able to test different products, different offers without falling on your face. Like, let's say it takes you, I don't know, 3 months to save up 5K. Okay, and now you blow that on ads to test a product and it doesn't work. Okay, now you're going to wait another 3 months to test it again. Super, super inefficient. Just my recommendation is start a business that requires zero upfront capital, which is a high ticket business. Now, the next thing is pricing it. Okay, now I would recommend to start with, depending on your offer, 3K. Okay, this is, everyone can kind of pull 3K out of the air if you can think about it, like whether that be a credit card or, okay, let me give you an example. The iPhone, right? I, I saw yesterday on Instagram there were 200 million iPhones that are sold every single year, right? So at least 200 million people every year can afford 1K, which is a four-figure investment because they really need it. And I bet you that most of them, if it was like something else, they probably wouldn't say yes to that. It's because they really needed the iPhone or they really want it. If they really want it and you make your offer seem like something they really need, they will find $3,000. Trust me. Now the next thing is you only need literally a handful of clients to leave your 9 to 5. Okay. So you now at this point you're dedicating a few hours a day after work to working on your business. You've chosen the business model of high ticket, which requires zero investment, and you can start right now. You either have a skill or you're learning a skill that you've packaged up into an offer. Now you get to the sales point, okay? You need to build a sales system. How do you do that? Well, think about how you go from A to B, right? So if it's with a girl, you take her on a date, you take her on another date, maybe another date, you're in a relationship, things go well for a few years, you marry her, and that's A to Z. That's like from a stranger to like committed relationship. Now, if it was a prospect, a stranger who doesn't know you, then you need to warm them up through your content. Oh, so that's the first step, creating content. And this could be organic, this could be paid ads if you have the budget. But if you're 9 to 5, I would recommend organic. So pick a couple social media platforms. It could be Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. What else is there? Pinterest. So yeah, pick one that is relevant to your audience and where you think your dream customer is going to be on and browsing. Once you've done that, create content on that. And then, for example, Instagram, you want to be doing cold outreach. So set yourself a target of 50 to 100 people that you're going to message every single day, basically reaching out to them and sharing your product or your offer. But you don't want to do this straight away. You just want to build that relationship and kind of feel out asking them a few 3 to 5 questions to see if this would be something they're interested in. Now, for this high ticket business, it's a call based system. So, how it works is you message someone on Instagram, ask them a few questions. If you feel like they're qualified, be like, oh, like, hey, for the drinking example I gave you before, I'll be like, hey man, like, just wanted to hear about like how you've been going. By the way, do you drink alcohol? Yes, it's actually a big problem of mine. I've been wanting to quit. And you'd be like, oh, really? Like, what has stopped you? And then might say like, oh, I just haven't found the right information or mentor to help me. And you'd be like, okay, well, why don't you book a call? We can chat about it over the phone. And if, yeah, that's basically what you send. And I know the alcohol problem it's a bit out there, but there's actually some people running a successful business helping people quit alcohol. But it's just an example so you guys understand. And then once they book into a call, it'll be usually through a website called Calendly. a very simple calendar scheduling system, and then you take a phone call with them over Zoom, and yeah, you basically host a sales call. I've done other videos on this process. I did actually a 30-minute tutorial of literally this business, so I'll put that in the description down below so you can watch that after this video. But yeah, if they really like keen on your product and you've sold them successfully, then you send them a payment link, and then once they sign up, then that's money in your bank. That's cash in the bank. That is one step closer for you to leaving your job. And yeah, that's basically the business model. And how I would go about leaving my 9 to 5 is literally just start a high ticket business model right now, right today. If you don't know how to do it, then I'm more than happy to help you. You can book a call with me down below as well in the description. We can go through your current situation and see if we can do anything to help you. But yeah, those are the steps. And just to recap everything, so you want to start a business today with no income. That's a high ticket business model. Doing cold outreach on social media, posting content, taking sales calls. And once you get 2 to 3 clients of 3K, you can leave your 9 to 5. That's it. Anyway, like, subscribe. What was that? Like, subscribe, and see you guys in the next one.